The more invisible I become, the more death I have to endure. Sword Immortal Lu Yan'an pointed his blade at Elder Qingzhuo and declared, "My excellence is mine alone. Do not come near it." This Sword Immortal has no desire to ever see your two-faced head again. He stepped forward and shouted, "Get lost!" then lunged, attempting to stab Elder Qingzhuo. Elder Qingzhuo stood firm and replied, "Not bad. Your momentum is sharp. But you have not faced real combat in decades. Even if you have reached the foundation building stage, you are still far beneath your master." As he spoke, he pointed at Lu Yan'an. A dark wave of energy surged forth. Lu Yan'an's eyes narrowed. "So fast! He's even stronger than when he captured me back then." He moved to evade as the wave tore through everything in its path, even shattering the seductive stone sculptures of himself. Elder Qingzhuo spoke again. "Sword Embryo, I, your master, have trained you for so many years. You have not truly disappointed me." "Bah!" Lu Yan'an spat. "You want to act like someone's master, even everyone's father? You are truly sick. I see now. Your yin-yang sword is nothing special. After so many years, you are still stuck in the nascent soul stage, with barely any improvement. No wonder you only showed up now, when this secret realm has already been picked clean, leaving only scraps." Elder Qingzhuo answered calmly, "This place was only ever a training ground for disciples. It holds no value for me. However, the core of this great formation is my natal artifact. Naturally, I have come to reclaim what is mine." Lu Yan'an frowned. "If you retrieve the artifact, what will happen to this place?" Elder Qingzhuo replied, "Foolish child. Naturally, it will all collapse into dust and vanish like smoke." "Including the people?" Lu Yan'an pressed. "You still care about mortals?" Qingzhuo's tone sharpened. "You have already stepped into the immortal Tao. How can you still be bound by mortal attachments? I have told you before. Worldly affairs, romantic entanglements, and brotherly affection are all obstacles on the path of sword cultivation. It seems I, your master, must put more effort into guiding you." Lu Yan'an raised his sword, his voice fierce. "You deceived my sect and turned them against me. You imprisoned me in Lone City, then tricked my elder brother into coming here, all just to test this wretched mortal heart. You are truly unwell. The reason this Sword Immortal was imprinted and cast into this ghostly place was because I too needed a quiet place to recover from my injuries. Did you really think I feared you?" Then in silence Lu Yan'an thought, "Second brother killed Dao Shun. The Great Path sect will not let that go. But Qingzhuo never pursued him. That means he's really here for me. In that case, I'll stall him and buy time for second brother to break through." That last move tested his strength. "I cannot win head on, but I can delay him." Elder Qingzhuo pulled out his calligraphy brush and said, "You are quite flimsy. Fine. If jade is not polished, it cannot become useful. As your master, I am willing to help you become someone worthy. Let me show you what the orthodox sword Tao truly is." With a wave of his brush, he unleashed the yin sword Tao of the thousand-sword disciple. Countless massive swords rained down upon Lu Yan'an. The Sword Immortal leapt and dashed from blade to blade, evading death by inches. "You still need much more practice," Qingzhuo scolded. "Obediently return to the sect. I, your master, will personally guide you into the true and orthodox sword Tao." A seductive statue gazed blankly at Qingzhuo, until suddenly a sword burst out from it. Lu Yan'an emerged, sneering. I will walk my own path. Why should I bother with you, a dead man?" His arm crackled with electric power. Qingzhuo blocked the blow and growled, "You actually carved a statue of yourself as a substitute? Heh, all cheap tricks. Learning these unorthodox methods will only delay your cultivation and eventually lead you astray." Lu Yan'an kicked him and shouted, "Enough nonsense." He thought to himself, "My sword technique is not inferior to his. It's just that my spiritual power still lags behind. I must gain the upper hand." He launched a furious assault. "No one has the right to speak of the sword in front of me," he declared. "Orthodox sword Tao? I am the orthodox Tao." Elder Qingzhuo scoffed. "How can those martial arts parlor tricks be called the sword Tao? In this era, spiritual energy is thin. Even if you enter the Tao through martial means, your lifespan will be short. The sword path of today should follow the way of incense, in harmony with the great Tao. Only then can the sword Tao endure forever, and life be everlasting. You are a born sword embryo. Do not waste that gift." With a precise strike, Qingzhuo knocked aside Lu Yan'an's blade, sending him sliding back. But Lu Yan'an gripped his sword tighter. Elder Qingzhuo said coldly, "So stubborn, so unyielding. If you keep fooling around, I, your master, will get angry." He raised his brush and called out, "Yin sword, thousand silk." Fine strands shot out like silk threads, slicing through the air towards sword immortal Lu Yanan. Lu Yanan jumped to evade but cried out in pain. Ugh! The strands coiled around his arm, piercing his veins like poison needles. His sword flew from his hand. His arms were severed. Elder Qingzhuo's voice was calm, almost pitying. Cutting off your arms is for your own good. A small punishment, meant as a warning, as long as you agree to sever mortal ties. Forget worldly concerns, forget even your elder brother, and follow me to sincerely study the orthodox sword Tao of the Great Path sect. I will help you reattach your arms. You do not wish to spend the rest of your life unable to wield a sword, do you? Lu Yanan clenched his jaw, thoughts racing. Lu Yanbei, nothing good ever happens to you, huh? Now I am also suffering misfortune, but he remembered his brother's voice. You went down the mountain to slay monsters and returned gravely wounded. Your brother is not like those blind fools in your sect, the ones who ignore the truth and slander you. You have extraordinary talent in the sword Tao. They do not see it. That is their failure. They cannot recognize a true leader when they see one. Anan, you will have your day to rise again. Lu Yanan remembered grabbing his brother by the collar, shouting, How did you end up in Lone City? Lu Yanbei replied, After you suddenly disappeared, I searched everywhere. Eventually, I heard news of you from a disciple of the Great Path sect. You fool, Lu Yanan had snapped. Why were you asking about me? You are my younger brother, Lu Yanbei had answered, without hesitation. Now, in the present, Lu Yanan bit down on his sword and muttered to himself, My foolish elder brother absolutely cannot die here. He charged at Elder Qingzhuo, roaring, Old fart, are you selling swords now? 30 years ago. Old thief, stop following me. Elder Qingzhuo's voice was like a cold wind. Mortal martial artists are ignorant and prejudiced. They slandered you, claiming you caught a disease and disgraced the sect. That is why they expelled you. Why do you still cling to them? The martial Tao is a dead end. Continuing to practice it is a waste of your talent. Why not turn to immortal cultivation? Join my sect. Let us explore the future of the sword Tao together. Once you join the Great Path sect, even Emperor Yongke will show you respect. The master who expelled you will be forced to bow before you. Lu Yanan scoffed. Emperor Yongke? He is not even a beauty. Why would I want his respect? Stop following me. I am not interested in your immortal versus martial conflict. If you are sincere, why not show me portraits of the beauties in your immortal sect? Elder Qingzhuo replied, Lust will only harm both your body and mind. As a sword embryo, how can you allow desire to delay your cultivation? Lu Yanan sneered. I think you are the one stuck in your own cultivation, and now you want someone else to pave the path for you. Sorry, I will not be that person. I also reject the so-called virtues of your Great Path sect. If you understand that, then get lost. Moments later, Lu Yanbei's voice echoed down the valley. Anan, where did you go? I heard the top 10 cultivators in the world are holding a death match to decide who is strongest. You have not recovered from your injuries. Do not agree to anything reckless. Lu Yanan looked away and muttered, Brother, do you think I can still be counted among the top 10 in the world? I am a scoundrel. I wasted my life chasing pleasure, neglected my duties, caught a disgraceful illness, and was expelled from my sect. Now my name is detested by everyone. What? As expected. The fate of a lone star. As children, our father did not love us. Our mother abandoned us. Why didn't you just follow father and live a life of luxury? Why did you insist on raising a sickly ghost like me? Lu Yanbei slapped him hard across the face. I raised you since you were 4 years old. Do not speak words you cannot bear to hear. How could I not know if you had truly been diseased? You went down the mountain and nearly died slaying monsters. I am not like those blind fools in your sect. They slander you because they do not understand your worth. You have extraordinary talent in the sword Tao. They just lack the eyes to see it. They cannot hold on to a true leader. And Nan, you will rise again. You will return to the top. Lu Yanan clenched his teeth. And I have said it many times. I do not care about any of that. I do not care. Why do you keep pretending to understand me, forcing your expectations onto me? I do not want to care about worldly matters. I only care whether I stand at the top. I never practiced the sword because I liked it, so why must others define how I live? Elder Qingzhuo's voice came softly. Lu Yanan, fame and fortune mean nothing to you. You were born for immortal cultivation. I understand now. What binds you is not lust, not even love, but... Lu Yanan interrupted. Oh, so now you are changing tactics? Trying to threaten me? Qingzhuo answered, You really cannot even be bothered to hide it. Do not worry. I will not take his life. Elder Qingzhuo's voice remained calm yet cold. he is more useful alive than dead. However, if he were to be disgraced, ruined, you may not care, but he might. Sword Immortal Lu Yanan narrowed his eyes. Also, you are not even hiding it anymore. Was it your doing that I was expelled from the sect? Elder Qingzhuo did not deny it. I was helping you sever your mortal ties so that you could ascend to immortality sooner and achieve eternal life. Now, your only remaining attachment is your brother. Once that is broken, you will finally focus solely on the sword Dao. Am I wrong? You old geezer, Lu Yanan roared. You're asking for a beating. Have you read too many trashy storybooks? Using the force the innocent into prostitution plot twist. After everything you've done to me, you still think I'll listen to you and cultivate immortality? This grudge alone is enough for me to chase you down and hack you 800 times with my sword. From behind, Master Lu Yanbei called out, confused, Anan. Elder Qingzhuo smirked. Lu Yanan broke into a sweat. He snapped, what do you want? Master Lu Yanbei approached, his brow furrowed. Anan? Strange. Where did he go? Lu Yanan muttered to himself, ugh, so annoying. Lu Yanbei, it's all your fault. If it weren't for you, I would have just joined them if I couldn't win. But if I had joined, who knows how many times you'd have nagged me about some blasted morality in my ear. He lowered his eyes. You're unlucky to have a brother like me, too. I hope I never have to see you again in this life, you jinx. Oh, brother, may we never meet again. 1 year ago, Lu Yanan pushed open a creaking door. No more wine, Xiao Mei? I'll go fetch a pot and we'll continue, hee-hee. Back in a moment? Then, Anan. Lu Yanan froze at the sound of the familiar voice. He turned and blinked. How are you here? I finally found you, Lu Yanbei said, eyes wide with relief. How are your injuries? Why did you suddenly come here? Lu Yanan grabbed his brother by the shoulders, panic flaring. How did you even get in? I asked around everywhere after you disappeared, said Lu Yanbei. I finally heard news about you from a disciple of the Great Path sect. You fool! Why were you asking about me? That old thief must have instructed them, Lu Yanan thought bitterly. Otherwise, how would mere outer disciples know I was here? Why did that old thief bring Lu Yanbei here? What is he planning now? Could it be, he sensed I've reached foundation building and stepped into the immortal Tao, and now wants to kill my brother? You're my younger brother, Lu Yanbei said, as if it were the simplest truth in the world. Lu Yanan's gaze trembled. He looked away. Shh, why can't you just treat me like trash like everyone else does? And throw me away? When the present, Lu Yanan bit his sword and charged forward. Old geezer, are you a sword dealer or something? Elder Qingzhuo snorted, meeting his strike with ease. Foolish child, even at your peak you were nothing more than a plaything in my hands. He parried with one hand, graceful and cruel, and now that you're half crippled, what can you even do? Lu Yanan staggered back, blood spilling from his lips. Hold on, just a little longer. He bit down harder on his sword. At least, he remembered the image of Lu Yanbei shielding him. This time, I have to stand in front of him. I won't let the only person in this world who still believes in me be disappointed. With a sudden roar, he slashed upward, landing a blow on Qingzhuo's shoulder, bursting a cloud of dust into the air. Moments later, Lu Yanan fell to his knees, gasping. Elder Qingzhuo looked at him, voice gentle, almost mocking. Disciple, how can you abuse your body like this? Your master's heart aches. Is that so? I'm actually quite happy. Your mouth is still as stubborn as it was back then. But in the end, didn't you still obediently listen? Lu Yanan chuckled, blood in his teeth. You're right, old geezer. I don't even remember how many years it's been since I had such a satisfying battle. I always said none of that other stuff mattered to me. And yet, I've always been chained by others. What exactly have I wasted these 30 years in Lone City for? 30 years. It's neither long nor short. For someone else, it might be half their life. I'm called the world's #1 sword immortal. But for so many years, I feel like I've never truly won. I couldn't win against my brother in front of our parents. I couldn't win against slander in the sect. I couldn't win the Martial Saints challenge. I couldn't win against Qingzhuo's damn mark. I couldn't even win the laid-back life I wanted. I am neither #1 nor a fallen immortal. I seem free and easy, but I'm imprisoned in my own lone city. I am cowardly. But this time, a pulse of crimson lightning slashed the air. Qiao Mu suddenly appeared behind Elder Qingzhuo, blood energy blazing. Lu Yanan rose to his feet and roared. This time, it is time to break through this city. Second brother! Thank you so much for watching. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to help me grow my channel. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. Let's keep the conversation going and get those analytics buzzing. Until next time, take care.